positive regard and acceptance, and each gave the other permission to be their authentic self. And I admired their friendship, and I basked in the warm light of it. And another trait that Lee and Jim shared is how they cherished and valued women. And I know for both of them, talking with them deeply and intimately, I know both of them loved and cherished and admired their mothers. And I think it is a fitting tribute when I read all of the 563 poems that Barbara gave me of Lee's. That was by no means a comprehensive collection, and I chose 40 of those poems to share with the poetry groups. We had 7 empowered women come forward to volunteer to read Lee's words to you and share his poetry with you. And I was just really pleased how balanced these poems were as a grouping, because here we have the Lee who is a formal wordsmith who crafts sonnets and villanelles. And those of us who are poets know how difficult that type of form is. We have the Lee who is the clever and mischievous humorist with a wink and a nod and kind of a look to see if we get it. The little intentions, the little double pressures. We have Lee, the emotional romantic, the dreamer. We have Lee, the scientist, astronomer, the nature lover, the animal lover. We have Lee, who overlooks the shadow man, who struggles with the long arms of unhappy childhood. We have Lee, always the thoughtful poet and friend to all of us, friend to Jim, friend to me. I'll take a minute to collect myself. A Reliable Friend by Lee Collins. By her swollen shape, it appears she's touched me all these years, supported me during stress, absorbed my wear and tear when my life was a bumpy mess. When I was heavy with despair, she held me when I got behind, was high where I was low, low where I was high, and had nowhere to go. She's been there waiting for me when I was gone. She's the only close thing I've made a real impression on. Yes, it's been an intimate affair with my big old easy chair. How I hate to get a new one. So I'm going to give you a wink and a nod. This next poem, when I read it, it just took my breath away. And it really reminded me how much Lee believed in the unity of all things. What a powerful construct that I think he lived and believed. Inside a Water Lily by Lee Collins. If only I were as buoyant in meditation as floating in flowery revelation, as risen to a higher surface above all that pond scum mud below. I want to awaken with daylight, petals parted in pinkish red in sight, reflected in and out of restful shade, just waiting for Buddha mind to bless. I want that bloom opened vision, a hope in contrast to flat paths, to platforms for dull, ugly frogs, to be inside a flower. Too beautiful for verbs. Just waiting for Monet to paint. Thanks. I miss them both.